Okay, so here we are again, talking about real estate stories. This here today is the story of Adam Rochelle, and Adam's recently joined our team, but I've known him for quite a while actually. We were at Compass together, our previous brokerage, and that was where I met him. Adam used to actually follow me around and write offers on all my listings, but it was really annoying because he'd write these really, really low offers all the time. And I'd say, "Who is this guy, man? Why is he doing this?" But it always stuck in my head. And so I think there was a point where we were talking about recruiting after we jumped onto Epic. You had reached out to me, and I immediately recognized your name. And so here we are now. Adam's with our team. I mean, I'm here to interview you and talk about all your real estate stories, all your real estate successes, everything about real estate with you. So let's start off with who you are and how you got into this business.
Well, my name is Adam Rochelle. Been on and off a while. I had a friend who's no longer a friend, but that's a story for a different day. Then got me into real estate. He was my mentor, and I started off at a small little company working under one of his other friends, and then from there, I was there a few years, and then I went then I found Compass after that.
Who introduced you to Compass? I was kind of curious, actually.
Oh no, no one. I was just looking for companies online. I just did my research. And I guess I wasn't good enough
Hmm.
to be on my own. So I got part of a team in San Francisco.
Gotcha.
But I just was researching companies online. I thought companies was a good opportunity. I know they're up and coming. They're new. That's like Epic is now, I guess. I guess Epic is like the new company of a few years ago. How it's growing, the growth I see with Epic. And I just at the time that's how I like Compass the tech.
Yeah, I think there are a lot of similarities, you know. Will Compass be able to I mean they're like huge, you know. I think they're like what, 350,000 agents or something like that after they've
Yeah, but
accumulated.
yeah, they're the biggest growing. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean it's an amazing gigantic just a machine now at this point, I think. But you know, will Epic ever get to that? I think the future's wide open for all of us with the fact that, you know, Real bought Remax, you know, an online brokerage buying a traditional brokerage, and you know, Next Home being bought by EXP. There's all this consolidation that's happening, and you know, not to mention all the changes that are happening in the online world with mortgages, you know, Redfin and Rocket, Zillow coming out with Zillow Home Loans. There's just all these different things that are changing and moving and shifting in real estate. It's going to be very, very interesting. I think Epic is very well positioned. We'll see what happens, but you know, definitely we're growing like crazy ourselves.
That
You know,
team for
within the
sure.
Bay
Yeah.
Area. Yeah. What is your experience with Epic been so far? I mean, give me all the positives and negatives, all your experience.
Well, yeah, like the leadership. I mean, working with you and the team, and
Mhm.
just it's a little overwhelming because there's so much information, like all the tons like 95 benefits and learning new systems, but it's just a little overwhelming. But I like what I see so far in the Jay. Everything seems cool. I mean, the leadership from him and the direction he wants to take the company. I mean, the team and
Mhm.
there's opportunities I see. I mean, how I could benefit and from you guys and how you could benefit from me as well by helping you
Mhm.
guys too.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
excited.
Definitely a partnership, you know. I feel like there's a lot that we can provide for you guys, but we also want to grow and we don't want to leave you guys behind. So it's almost as if we kind of are sometimes trying to drag people along with us, but obviously the faster you swim, the more you're going to keep up with us. And you mentioned actually, I think real estate in general is kind of overwhelming. What do you think? Is it really our team? Is it Epic? Is it real estate in general? Do you think everybody else that's getting into real estate is having the same experiences?
Well, I guess it's everyone's journey is different because I mean, obviously, knowing every single air part of the San Francisco Bay Area is huge. I mean, market to cover and covering all different areas could be a little overwhelming, but maybe focusing on one or two areas that you become a master of. So you
Yeah.
can focus on like farm a certain area, work with a certain area,
Mhm.
market to a certain neighborhood, and become a master of person that's people know you. Oh, Adam's the guy for Alameda or Grant's for San Francisco. Just when they hit that city, this is who I'm gonna call. This is who I'm gonna get to my house, or someone's gonna help me buy that house in that particular area.
Yeah, yeah. That's
So
good. That's good advice from an experienced agent. You actually, I mean, you've been around for how many years now? When did you get licensed?
I think, I mean, maybe 2016.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you're almost in it a good decade then.
Yeah, but I mean, I haven't had the best track. Yeah, but I'm trying.
Yeah, yeah, certainly. I mean, there's always things that come up, and it's a full-time job. I don't think entrepreneurs really get a lot of credit for just how much they have to do in order to keep their business going.
Yeah.
It's really a struggle, even for someone like myself, who you would think has got a lot of stuff going on. It's just what I found is that real estate, it's such a slow moving business. You can't count your paycheck today. Even though you've got the opportunity, you got to close that opportunity. You got to finish it. You got to get all the way to the finish line, and that can take months, right?
Nothing's guaranteed too. Anything can happen. You can file a contract and then days before something even happens. I mean, you think it's going to close? Oh shoot, this thing came up. It's like you never know until actually it's recorded. Then it's done.
Yeah, yeah, actually, and even sometimes after it's recorded, there's drama and trouble too as well. You got to kind of try and
Yeah.
help sort out. Um, Do you have any crazy real estate story at all? I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be clients or anything, but just anything that's happened to you in your experience in real estate that you think is very unique and different from everyone else.
Oh yeah, there's one example I had with some clients. Oh my God, I felt so bad for these people.
Hmm.
This is like I was part of I found this person randomly too. I was on a Facebook group, a San Francisco Giants fan page.
Hmm.
This is pre-COVID, right before COVID. And this person, I still talk with to this day. This person like is really emotional. She always like puts her whole life story on the internet. She's complaining and sad and depressed, blah blah blah. And she's talking about how her mom's really sick and she has some house that they're gonna have to sell. And then her mom passes away. She's, oh shoot, now I have to sell my house. Oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So then I DM'd her. It was in this place in Hayward. And then she said, okay, come over. The place was a kind of unlivable place to live at. Like they had like five dogs and cats and no working kitchen. The home was also in a reverse mortgage too.
Hmm.
It was coming due.
Hmm.
So then we had to like fight. I had to get, and then they said, okay, sell my house. And then in that process, her daughter passed away unexpectedly from drug overdose.
Oh
So
my
that
God.
happened. This happened like a month into the process.
Hmm.
So then that's another drama. And then I had to sell her house. And then first they only wanted to do they thought you can only afford to buy a manufactured home. They wanted to stay in the area because I guess the credit with her son, who's living there, the husband and wife and her adult son and her granddaughter was living there.
Hmm.
So then I had to deal with that. And then they were dealing with the reverse mortgage that was about to be called a loan. So I had to hurry up and find a buyer. I had a buyer. So and then the buyer didn't perform. It's like a couple weeks in with no not performing. And then I'm stressing out because this loan's coming due. And then they're going to be homeless and not going to sell their house, sell their house. They're going to have no money. And I went through, there's no trust. So I had to do it. I had to hire a probate attorney for him. So I had a probate attorney for him. I had a finance attorney. This guy was a jerk too. Because I guess they didn't have a lot of money. So I guess he didn't really, he's not trying to be a good human. So I guess their assets. They only had the house. That's it. And then she had the client. Her family had back on the East Coast. Luckily, they didn't contest the probate. So that could have been another. That took a while too. Because she said she didn't get along with her siblings back east in Boston. So then I had to talk with them to get them to sign off on her getting the house. So then the deal fell through. Said, "Oh shit!" Then I had some investors guys, and then I found another buyer. Luckily, within a couple of days. So then they offered a little more than actually we got before, so that was good. and then I helped, and then everything went smoothly after that. And then I helped them buy a house. Now they're in Manteca, so they've been there 6, 7 years. I'm Antigua now. So then I'm dealing with probate, two deaths. I mean, reverse mortgage. I mean, it was a little, but I loved it because I helped this family. I mean, they're in a nice house. It's a good family. I mean, they're not living in a place they can't. I mean, with a workable. The house in Hayward was a tear down, man. I was like, oh, it was horrible living there. I don't know how they, but I felt good helping them because I felt good.
That's an amazing happy ending. I mean, you went through so much, and they started out with so little, and it was, such horrible conditions, but you actually helped them improve their lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I had to go through a few buyers, too. I mean, a few mortgage lenders too. But one guy finally got more than they eventually thought they were going to get. So they would afford a house instead of like a mobile home.
Wow. That's amazing. I mean, I don't know if a lot of
That's
people, everybody has a crazy real estate story, but that one is actually really crazy. I mean, and the fact that you actually um got through to a good ending. I mean, that's
yeah.
really a
Now I found him
testament
with random too. It's from the San Francisco Giants fan page.
to
The lady wasn't complaining. I mean, I never would have found her,
Yeah, yeah,
but
uh-huh.
I did. Everything happens for a reason. I think I was meant to help these people.
Hmm.
Yeah, they're good. They're good family.
Yeah, and you're still friends with them too as well. I mean, that's really impressive also.
Yeah, yeah. I talked to them on Facebook.
Yeah, yeah, uh-huh. Yeah, it's wild how a lot of these people they become a fabric of our lives, and we never know how we're gonna meet people. We never know what's gonna happen after we're done with them. I would love to be friends with all of my clients, but it just doesn't always end up that way, right?
Yeah,
For whatever reason, people do still want to stay in contact. For whatever reasons, they don't want to stay in contact, and that's fine with me. I'm always trying to extend the relationship. In real estate, we're always taught to, basically market ourselves as a real estate agent for life. I'm your real estate agent for life. Well, if they actually see it that way, then that's great. If they don't, then that's another thing too as well. But I really like it when I'm not quite sure which I like better actually. I like it when we're able to stay friends forever, you know. But I also like it when they just drop out of the blue, out of nowhere, and they say, "Hey, you helped me buy a house 5 years ago. I'm ready to do something now, and I thought of you." I mean, that's just really
yeah.
amazing to
That's how that's awesome. Because you're out of mind. So, oh, wait a minute, that's awesome. You
Yeah.
think about me like that? Yeah,
It was
yeah.
It was actually it happens about once a year, but it happened one time about 2 years ago. I was just a showing agent in my beginning years, and this person called me up. No, she sent me an email. I didn't even know if it was real or not. She said, "I remember you from just a couple of houses you showed us, and the way that you conducted yourself and talked to the listing agent that really impressed us. And so I want to talk to you now about selling a house that we have. It's a family member's house." And that was just that absolutely made my day. I think it made my year. I think it made my decade.
That's
Um,
awesome.
there are a lot of people that you are staying in contact with your sphere of influence or your, referral based business or, are you able to actually stay friends with people all the time or how's it go for you?
Well, yeah. Sometimes it's tough, getting, staying in touch with people. People get busy,
Yeah.
and so follow up, is a little tough sometimes. But once following up every month or so, yeah, it's good to do that.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's difficult. You forget, or people forget to call you. I mean, it's a two-way street. People, I mean, sometimes you think they're not calling me. I'm not gonna call them.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I know your specialty is not necessarily referral business or repeat business or or things like that, but I do know that you have one specialty, and that is investors. You are really good with and have a lot of history with investors. How did that start out, and where's that going?
Yeah. So then, I one of my this all happened because one of my longtime friends growing up introduced me to one of his investor people who's looking to buy homes, and then from him, he introduced me to another person who introduced me to another person who ended up being this guy Andy, who I did a bunch of deals with, who I actually reached out to recently to do some more homes, and he's a Chinese investor, so he has all these friend. He has like tons of buyers and connections, and so when I was doing real estate a few years ago, every that's when I was writing all those bad offers. I mean, that wasn't my. I gave him I told him this is what you have to be at. He said, no, I'm not paying that. I said, well, I'll write the offer because that's my job, but I don't think it's gonna get approved. But then it's a lot of them did though. So then just keeping connect with him. So then, but he only likes off market stuff, which uh, so he's kind of difficult to not get deals on the MLS. But I reached out to him recently again as well.
Hmm.
So he said he's excited to do more business with us. He said he has tons of buyers.
Still.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's great. That's amazing because a lot of these investors, they get into it, they find out it's a lot of work to get out of it. A lot of them kind of burn out. They find something else that might be a little bit easier, things like that. I'm going to be a day trader instead, you know.
Yeah.
But for someone that's actually an investor and almost like a career investor, that's definitely something you want to hang on to. That's a
Yeah, there's
relationship.
a lot of time he has signs it too.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. So I think your big thing is, or one of your big things in terms of investing is writing offers off market or on market. Now, I know that we've talked about this before, but I want to dig into it a little bit more. How many offers do you usually write? Maybe say, I mean, what's the cadence like per week, per month, per year? And then what's the percentage of them getting accepted in the past?
Well, before with Compass, they had that something called private exclusive, which is technically off market, but it's not.
Yeah.
So that so those I had access when I had access to those. I was writing tons of offers. I mean, couple of this week. I mean, I'm almost daily, almost sometimes, depending on what his buyers were looking for. And then I got into more. I mean, obviously, a lot of contracts got accepted. Not all of them went to the finish line because set up they end up after doing research and falling out. But so the percentage I can't was not as good as I wanted because I lost a lot of deals by just a few dollars. But if the client said this is where I need to be. Sometimes the agents want to tell you information, but sometimes I guess get lucky. The agents like tell me everything I need to know. And then I just relay that to the client. And he still don't listen to me. So I don't want to pay that. Well, this is guaranteed to get this property. I negotiated this price for you. These terms that you liked. I'll even just come up a little more. So no, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
Be a
Yeah.
little, I mean, well, sometimes the investors is black and white. I mean, they it's because about making money. If they're living there, then obviously they would probably take that deal because they're going to be living there, and then they don't care about. But it's if they're trying to make a profit. Every dollar counts, I guess, with some investors.
Yeah. Yeah. For certain. Uh-huh. So you're writing offers out there, I mean, to everybody, anywhere you can find a place to write an offer at, especially off market through private exclusive or coming soon,
Yes.
the MLS or Encompass. Um, I mean, I'm trying to get to the success rate because I want to share to the rest of the world out there that, I meet a lot of people that are trying to get into investing and they're doing a lot of this stuff too as well, but they're not really getting anything in contract or not really getting anything to the finish line. And what I keep trying to tell them is, look, it's a numbers game. You got to write a whole lot of offers
Yeah, yeah, those are games. Yeah.
in order to land one. Yeah, right? I mean, we're talking about like maybe in the hundreds, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the thing when you cold call people? What is the of 100 people you call, you get like maybe what was it, 10, 10 maybe 10 calls of it picked up, and maybe from there you maybe get 3 or 4 appointments, maybe.
Yeah.
That's-
And like only maybe one of them might actually close, right?
Yeah, so that's like 1%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I usually do is I usually give people an old lead list and I always tell them, look, I want you to call all 400 people on this list. And most oftentimes they can't get past 10, you know, because they try it out and they get rejected 10 times. They're like, man, I don't like this. And
Yeah,
then,
that's not fun, man, at all.
no, not at all. No. But you're looking at one hundredth of the chances of, getting your something to happen there. You got to go through a whole lot bigger sample size, a whole lot more numbers in order to get to success.
Yeah.
But it is there. That's what I'm trying to point out this whole conversation is that you can succeed, right? I mean, through your experience, you did.
Yeah, yeah, you just keep shooting a shot, man. Shooter's got
Yeah.
to shoot, right? Right
Yeah.
offers. I mean, eventually, this one's gonna stick.
Yeah, yeah,
If
exactly.
you
Yeah.
have people that took your advice, you have a lot more.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Sometimes they think they know more than you.
Well, sometimes it's also luck too, like you said, the listing agent will give you all the information you need. The buyer will be in alignment with what you're trying to do for them. Everything just kind of falls into place, but a
Yeah.
lot of times it doesn't, right?
No, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, yeah, nothing's guaranteed.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Well, okay, so let's talk about real estate going forward from here. I'm pretty sure we've got an investment team that's doing a lot of productivity and we're always plugging new agents into what we're doing. Pretty innovative program, I think. I've always felt like as a real estate agent, we've got so much access to all this real estate that we should be also investing in it ourselves. We see these good deals. We should be able to take advantage of them to ourselves as well.
Oh, I wish I could do that. I wish I had the capital to do flips, but I don't have a team of, such like these people have teams of people already, like contractors and architects and
Yeah.
engineers and a whole team behind them. I
Yeah.
mean, obviously, I see the opportunity of real estate. It's amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
but
so
then you need time, and you need time and money and a crew. I mean, which,
well, all those things actually we do have. It's just that it's a little bit more loose. And so we got to kind of tighten it up and make sure that when you have these needs, those resources are right there for you.
yeah,
So, everyone always says, look, it's actually getting the deal that's the tough part. And that's what I think too as well. And that's really what we're focused on is really finding the deal. Once we find the deal, then we figure out, okay, what needs to get plugged into here? Does it need an architect or can it just be cosmetically flipped? We don't need to take out any walls, things like that. Turn around, resell it real quickly. So every deal I think is very different, has its own unique needs, of
yeah.
course. But we've got you calling wholesale lists. We've got you writing offers daily. We've got another agent that's calling up realtors on Zillow. We've got another agent that's also writing offers. We've got email blasts we're sending out. We've got a lot of different things that we're doing. We're just trying to hit every single way in order to attract a successful contract and be able to resell it, maybe reassign it, maybe fix it up and resell it, make a profit too as well. So. That's definitely something that's in our goal for all the agents, including yourself, that's on this investor team.
Yeah, love to be able to do that. To be awesome.
Yeah, it's a slow burn, but I think as we progress, as everybody progresses, as everyone hits their numbers, you should be able to hit your success at some point too as well.
Yeah.
Um, Now, going forward from here, what is it that you might be wanting to do in real estate? Tell me about your goals, short term, long term, everything.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm trying to get ramped up with a new company. I mean, it'd be nice to do close one deal a month at
Hmm.
least. I mean, I don't. I mean, I don't want to say greedy, just starting out and getting two or three a month, but
Hmm.
I'll be happy closing one deal a month
Hmm.
to start, and then just building up the network on there. It's all about networking and getting free business and referrals. And I mean, obviously, I mean, I'm the smartest dude, but I know I'm caring. I care about the client. I want the best for the client, their needs, and I mean, I can be their buddy too if they want. I think I'll go. I mean, I love being there helping people. That's what I like doing, helping the client buy or sell or any situation they're in.
Hmm.
It's all
Yeah,
about
for sure.
connections. I mean,
Yeah.
connections and doing going above and beyond. Regular dudes a realtor.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, yeah, for certain, for certain. Yeah, and we've got some good lead generation programs, Zillow Preferred, as well as some bank relationships too, as well, lender relationships, lots of great leads coming in. I built my business actually on lead generation. I'm kind of one of those guys that, is not only old school, I did a lot of open houses. I found a lot of clients that way, but I also found a lot of clients through lead generation. And it's all about conversion there at that point, right? I mean, the better
Yeah,
you
it's all
can.
about lead gen. That's all business is about lead generation. Sales jobs about lead generation. Yes.
I think it is these days, right? I mean, the more
Yeah.
the internet's involved, the more leads come to you. If you can capture them, convert them, and then close them, then that's a really good talent, right? So we've got some really good programs that we've got you plugged into. I think that success should happen. It's really just a matter of time and numbers, enthusiasm and engagement. No reason why that wouldn't happen, obviously, right?
Yes.
Yes. You
Mm.
also have a notary business too, as well, that kind of keeps you going also as well. Tell me about that.
Yeah, that journey started when I was kind of forced to leave temporarily leave real estate, so I needed different source of income. I would be prior to that, I was in banking and I was with Wells forever. But then I'm talking to a few friends, a few mortgage people. So maybe you should start being a notary. So then I took the test. It was an all day class, passed. But then that's the easy part. The hard part is, generating business and clients. So that took a while. Before when I first started, I did like went to third party sites, notary signing companies, and you had to pay for those. And sometimes, but then they're in charge. Those aren't your clients really. Those are the clients of that company really. So then when I started getting some of those, I started getting some capital, and I was able to invest in advertising. So this is like a 2 year process. So then I started doing on Thumbtack. So Thumbtack, I get a lot of opportunities, and then from there, like repeat business. I mean, a lot of people people call me, "Oh, remember you helped me a couple, 6 months ago? I need a notary." So I get at least one or two a week of repeat business from that, and then I hired a new marketing guy. Charge my Google ads. So that's been a work in progress. So then, yeah, I mean, I have a amount I want to make each week for that. I have a number in mind. I'm just trying to make it now, certain amount of money every week, but then but then I keep increasing my budget for marketing, so that helps generate more clients.
Mhm. So you got a
So
real system down now, it sounds like. I mean, you know what you're doing.
yeah, and I have a website. Yeah, I got a website now.
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
Adam the
Yeah.
Notary Guy.
AdamTheNotaryGuy.com, right?
Yes, AdamTheNotaryGuy.com. Yes,
Yes, sir.
notary 24 hours a day.
Yes, sir. Yeah. You are always out everywhere, man. Every time I'm trying to catch up to you, you're out driving around, out going to San Francisco, Walnut Creek. You're basically in every single direction.
Yeah, I got a Marin. I got a Marin a few times.
Marin, yeah, yeah, and you've also got what, two other notaries that are in our team too as well that you network with, agents that have notary licenses.
Yeah,
That
Samantha
correct?
and Jay. Yes,
Okay. I heard
yes.
Samantha is probably sending you some business too as well,
Yeah,
right?
she sent me a few.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, but they didn't work out yet. But yeah, she's giving me the opportunities to. That's definitely nice of her. Yes.
Nice, nice, real good. Well, I think the deal here is that, you've got a lot of immediate business that's kind of keeping you going right now. Then there's also the mix of real estate business that's, kind of a longer conversion, longer timeline in order to get paid. But you've got, short-term money and you've got long-term money that you're kind of putting together and
Yeah, the
hopefully.
long term is gonna be way better. The real estate money is gonna be way better. So I can
Yes, sir.
stack that cash.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Um, all right. Well, Adam Rochelle, it's been great talking to you. Any last words that you want to talk about? Anything? Social media handle, contact information, marketing about yourself, anything you want to share with us?
Yeah, I mean, I'm on Facebook at Adam Rochelle, Instagram at Adam Rochelle. So I have pretty basic handles. You can
Hmm.
call me anytime you want. Real estate needs, notary needs, or just want to get a drink. I'm good. Or walk on the beach.
Nice, real good. I can attest to that. Adam's always out, hanging out with us at all of our different events. He's always on time to every single meeting. He's always there, ready to represent, ready to be there for you guys. And I really, really feel that, he's going to be a great agent for you guys to work with. If you've got any kind of buyer or seller needs, reach out to him, especially in the Alameda Island area where he lives, but also greater Alameda County too, as well. You can tell that he drives everywhere and hustles everywhere too, as well. So, even if it's going to be out in the farther reaches, he'll be happy to talk to you about it.
Anywhere, anytime, guys. I'm here for you.
Anywhere, anytime. Thanks so much, Adam.
Oh,
It's
thank
great to
you.
talk to you, man.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.